Flare. To flare means to burn brightly and suddenly, often for a short time. Fleet. A fleet is a group of ships, especially naval ships, organized to perform missions together. Flicker. To flicker is to move or shine with an unsteady light or quick movements. Fling. To fling means to throw something forcefully or without much care. Fluid. A fluid is a substance that flows easily, like liquids and gases. Flutter. To flutter is to move or wave quickly and lightly, often in an irregular way. Foresee. To foresee is to predict or expect something in the future. Formidable. Formidable means inspiring fear or respect through being large, powerful, or intense. Formulate. To formulate means to create or devise methodically. Forsake. To forsake means to abandon someone or something. Forthcoming. Forthcoming refers to something that is about to happen or be made available. Fortify. To fortify means to strengthen something to protect it or make it stronger. Foster. To foster means to care for a child, encouraging development in a family setting. Fracture. A fracture is a break, typically in a bone or a hard object. Fragile. Fragile means easily broken or damaged. Fragment. A fragment is a small part broken off from something larger. Frail. Frail means weak or delicate, especially physically. Fraud. Fraud is a dishonest act intended to deceive others for personal gain. Freak. A freak refers to an unusual or abnormal occurrence or person. Fret. To fret means to worry or be constantly anxious. Friction. Friction is the resistance when one surface or object moves over another. Galaxy. A galaxy is a large system of stars held together by gravity, including the Milky Way. Generalize. To generalize means to make a broad statement or conclusion based on specific information. Generate. To generate means to produce or create something. Generator. A generator is a machine that converts energy into electricity. Genetic. Genetic relates to genes or heredity in living organisms. Genetics. Genetics is the study of heredity and the variation of inherited traits. Glamour. Glamour refers to the attractive or exciting quality that makes something or someone appealing. Glassware. Glassware refers to objects made of glass, typically for household use. Glisten. To glisten means to shine with a sparkling light, often from something wet. Gloomy. Gloomy means dark or poorly lit, or feeling depressed. GMO, genetically modified organism. A GMO is an organism whose genetic material has been altered using genetic engineering techniques. Graph. A graph is a visual representation of data, showing relationships between different variables. Graphic. Graphic means related to visual art or vividly detailed descriptions. Grill. A grill is a device for cooking food over direct heat, and to grill means to cook food this way. Grocer. A grocer is a person who sells food and small household goods. Grope. To grope means to search blindly or uncertainly by feeling with the hands. Guerrilla. A guerrilla is a member of a small, independent group engaging in irregular warfare. Habitat. A habitat is the natural environment where a plant or animal lives. Hack. To hack means to cut something roughly or violently. Hacker. A hacker is a person skilled in computers who illegally accesses systems to steal data or cause harm. Hail. Hail refers to small, hard balls of ice that fall from the sky during a storm. Harass. To harass means to repeatedly trouble or annoy someone. Harassment. Harassment refers to the act of troubling or annoying someone persistently. Hazard. A danger or risk that can cause harm or injury. Hemisphere. Half of a sphere, especially referring to one of the halves of the Earth. Hereafter. From now on, in the future, the afterlife. Heritage. Valued objects and qualities, such as cultural traditions, passed down from previous generations. Heroin. A highly addictive drug derived from morphine, often used illegally. Highlight. The most important or memorable part of something. Honorary. Given as a mark of honor, without the usual obligations or functions. Hormone. A chemical substance produced in the body that regulates specific physiological processes. Hospitable. Friendly and welcoming to guests or strangers. Hospitality. The friendly and generous reception of guests or strangers. Hospitalize. To admit someone to the hospital for treatment. Hostility. Unfriendly or aggressive behavior towards someone. Humanitarian. Concerned with or seeking to promote human welfare. Humiliate. To make someone feel ashamed or foolish by injuring their dignity. Hunch. A strong intuitive feeling about something. Hurdle. An obstacle or difficulty that must be overcome. Hygiene. Conditions and practices that promote health and prevent disease. Hypocrisy. The practice of claiming to have higher standards or beliefs than is the case. Hypocrite. A person who pretends to have virtues, morals, or principles that they do not actually possess. Hysterical. Affected by extreme, uncontrollable emotion, often irrational. Illuminate. To light up or make something clearer. Illusion. A false idea or belief, often something that deceives the senses. Immune. Resistant to a particular infection or toxin. Imperative. Of vital importance, giving an authoritative command. Implement. A tool or instrument, to put into effect. Implication. The conclusion that can be drawn from something, although it is not explicitly stated. Implicit. Implied though not directly expressed. Imposing. Impressive in appearance or size. Imprison. To confine someone in a prison or other place of detention. Imprisonment. The state of being imprisoned or detained. Incentive. Something that motivates or encourages a person to do something. Incidental. Happening as a minor accompaniment to something else. Incline. To feel willing or favorably disposed towards something, to slope. Inclusive. Covering all the services, items or aspects normally expected. Indignation. Anger or annoyance provoked by what is perceived as unfair treatment. Inevitable. Certain to happen, unavoidable. Infectious. Likely to spread or influence others, especially a disease. Infer. To deduce or conclude information from evidence. Inference. A conclusion reached on the basis of evidence and reasoning. Ingenious. Clever, original, and inventive. Ingenuity. The quality of being clever, original, and inventive.